So our web topic for today is how to create instant listings with seamless portal sync. So I'm sorry, I'm having a look at the notifications just to make sure. Okay. Perfect. I've responded to all of your questions. Lovely. I'm setting my screen right now. My name is Nicoletta, and this is our agenda. We're going to understand what are the portals, how we can sync from Arthur to the portals, how inquiries from the portals come into Arthur, how we can subscribe and unsubscribe, and how we can create a custom trigger and action to build a response to an incoming portal inquiry. Before we go ahead, these are our resources, our knowledge base, our YouTube channel, the Arthur Academy. If you don't know how to access these resources, let me know at the end of the webinar. It's only the 6 of us, so I will show you. But in general, if you have any questions about anything, always raise your queries via the support portal. You should all have access to the support portal. If not, let me know and I will help you at the end of the webinar. So all of your queries should come via the support portal. You simply have to raise a ticket, very easy. We also do free webinars once every month. And finally, we have our blog and our ebook at the end of the webinar. Oh, no, this is much later on. So if you need to ask me any questions, simply type it in the Q&A box, as Natasha did. And at the end of the session, at the end of the webinar, you will get the survey as well. Feel free to give me feedback. I always appreciate it. So let's start with our agenda, understanding the portals. And I'm sharing my screen. This is my dummy account. Perfect. Everyone should be able to see my screen. If not, type a little something in the Q&A box. I'm taking your reactions very often. I see nothing. Perfect. So, understanding the portals. The portals are simply the distribution channels that we are all aware of, like Students, Rightmove, etc., where we can advertise our properties. The thing is that Arthur integrates directly with these portals. So if you're using them and you have a separate account from Arthur, you could simply integrate directly, and the queries, the inquiries of the prospects will come through to your Arthur account right away. So this is the whole point of this webinar. If we simply go to properties and portals, these are the distribution channels, the portals as we call them, that you can integrate directly with Arthur. Okay, Rightmove, Zoopla, Students, On the Market, PropertyPal, and Boomin. However, because obviously many clients use different portals, we have a separate tool. It is called the RMV3. If we go to the Arthur store and then marketing channels, custom RMV3. So this is a separate tool that we have applied, we have created into Arthur, so that if we don't integrate with a specific provider directly, you can subscribe to this one and then you will be able to integrate. So far, I haven't had a complaint from a client claiming that they're not able to integrate with the distribution portal. There should be no issue. Okay, and obviously, if it's your website that you're getting the inquiries from and you don't integrate with Arthur, it's again possible to integrate. If you don't know how to do that, just raise a ticket. We will put you through to our API team and they will guide you. Also, the webhooks for the API connections, they are on our website as well, right? If you simply go to our website, here we are, Arthur Online, help and resources. Oopsie, help and resources, API documentation. Okay, in case your IT team is wondering where they can get the webhooks or any API connections. So in general, these are the portals. As you can see, the integration is not for free. Zoopla, all of them, they cost £15 per month, which is going to be extra, additional to your main subscription. And the custom RMV3, this is £5 per month. I'm also checking our agenda. So you must already have an account with all of these providers. And then additionally, you have to create the one on Arthur as well. And then they are going to sync. Perfect. So to simply subscribe to these portals, all you have to do, well, actually, we have the option from right here. If I click on it, it will ask me to subscribe. But in general, all of our products are down here in the Arthur store. Okay, so if we click on our Arthur store and then marketing channels and select any provider that you would like to integrate directly with, it will simply ask you to subscribe. Okay, actually, I can see that it's £10 per month and not 15. Yeah, I'm sorry, we will fix that. Seems that there is the little. Okay, I see. Yeah, it's plus the VAT. So yes, as soon as you click on subscribe, you will see the actual price. Okay. So on the market, it's £12 per month, inclusive of the VAT. So this is what the portals are. This is how we can subscribe, and exactly the same. If you wish to unsubscribe, you click on it, you go to the Arthur store, you go to on the market, and you will be able to see the unsubscribe button. Okay. So this is what the portals are. Next in our agenda, how to sync from Arthur to the portals. It's super easy. Obviously, this is my dummy account and we cannot really, sync. We cannot do it. I don't have actual units to advertise, but it's very easy. So first off, we have to add the description against the unit so that they are ready to get advertised, right? So I'll just randomly, I'll go to a random unit. So we go to units right here. And then Portobello House. Perfect. So we have to add all of the information right here on the unit information. Very simple. Obviously, you just have to fill in the mandatory fields, but I would suggest the more the merrier, right? So anything you wish to add against your unit, this is where you will have to do it, okay? And obviously update the unit information. Okay, and obviously we will have to make sure that we have images against our units so that they're ready to get advertised. Okay, so images and unit information, and then they are ready to sync. So then portals. So if you, as you can see, in every menu under units, we can see the portals as well. Okay, so yes. Obviously, I'm not subscribed, so there is nothing here for me. However, after you add all of your units to the portals, you will be able to see all of the names of the portals right here, and you will be able to see if they are active on the portal or not. So as soon as the first step, as we said, is to have a live subscription with Zoopla, okay, or with any of these portals. Then we have to subscribe, okay. So as soon as we subscribe, Zoopla, then we will have to contact the respective distribution channel, for example, Zoopla, and they will have to give you a specific code so that you can set this up. It's very easy. And if you have questions, please let us know. So, and in the meanwhile, while this is happening, you can start filling in the information, in the unit information and the images, so that when the connection is ready, you will be able to sync. So, if we go to portals right here on the index page menu, right? If I was active on any of these portals, I would be able to click on it, right? It does nothing right now. And this is where you will be able to see all of your units that you have added against the portal. I'm not able to do it right now. However, as soon as you sync, you will be able to click on the respective portal that you integrate with directly right now. And then there is going to be a little button saying add your units. And this is where you will be able to start adding your units in the list. And then there is going to be a little sync button next to it so that you can sync it across, and you will be getting a notification, successful, not successful. If anything goes wrong, just raise a ticket and we will guide you. But I promise that the process is very, very easy. Again, as soon as you subscribe and you go active, for example, with Zoopla, you will be able to click on it, and there is going to be another button there under the name More, and then you will have the option to add the little code that you got from Zoopla. So everything is going to be very straightforward, but this is the narrative behind the portals. Amazing. Yes, next in our list is how inquiries from portals come into Arthur. Okay. So, as we said before, you will be integrating directly, which means that moving on, as soon as they send an inquiry for a viewing from any of these portals, this inquiry will be coming through. I suppose that at the moment you're getting these notifications in your inbox, right? But later on, after you integrate, these notifications will be coming here and here. So they will be getting created as a brand new applicant. If we click on it, we will be able to see that they're going to be the first ones on the list, right? And also here as a new inquiry, which means inquired viewing. So if we click on it, I don't have any at the moment, but you will see that we are going to the viewings tab, right? And the viewings tab can be found from right here as well. It's exactly the same tab. However, we go to it directly so that you can easily find your new inquiries. So you will be able to find them here. You will be able to contact them to confirm the viewing, confirm the time, and book your viewing. Okay? And ask for any further information that you might want. Also, another thing that you can do is as soon as they send their inquiry, you are able to assign this an email to go to a respective property manager who is taking care of the viewings, and also an email can go back to the prospect, to the respective person who sent the inquiry, right? Do we have any questions so far before I go ahead? Kim, yes, Kim, are you able to type in the Q&A box? Q&A box, yes, right here. Can you see the Q&A box? It must be at the bottom. There is a little question mark on it. Kim, let me see if I can unmute you, Kim. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, just came through. Are we able to give live feedback to the landlord automatically? Live feedback to the landlord automatically. Let me see if I can unmute you so that you can elaborate. That's a very interesting question. However, I don't quite understand how you will be able to do it and why. Um, Perfect. Kim, you're able to talk right now. Hi, Kim. How are you today?
Hi, good
Good
in you.
morning. Thank you. Could you please elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so currently we're utilizing Arthur online for the property management side of our company. However, my director in his wisdom onboarded Street for the sales section of the letting side, which I really don't like, and I've been asking for quite some time to come across onto Arthur. But one of the features on Street are that when a viewing is booked, an automated email goes to the landlord to say that a viewing has been booked, and the time of the viewing, just so that there's something giving the landlord consistent feedback. And then also there's automated messages that go out after the applicant has gone to do a viewing, just to ask what their feedback is. Is that something that we can automate on Arthur?
Perfect. Lovely. Let me explain right now. So everybody, Kim is wondering if the property owner can get an email as soon as we book a viewing for their property, so that they are aware that, there is movement and action, and they know that Kim and her team, they're doing a good job. So yes, this is possible. And let me show you right now how we can do it. In general, Arthur is very strong when it comes to automations. I'm sorry, Kim, did you say before that you are now, because I lost you for a bit, did you say that you are now on Street and you're using both of them?
Yes, and I don't like Street. I'm not a Street fan.
I see.
So yeah, so I've managed to get our branch manager to agree. Obviously, that's why I'm on this webinar, so that I can give her feedback, to possibly bring everything across onto Arthur Online, because I'm going to be managing that whole section as well, right the way through to the management of the landlord. So the thing is, I don't want to be looking on two different systems, and I really don't like Street, but that was one of the features why my director originally wanted it. It was potentially or purely because they wanted to give the landlord feedback, sort of live feedback, what's happening on the property. So just, so the landlord feels a little bit more comfortable that things are moving.
That's very important. And we have clients that leave Arthur for Street. Again, other clients, as you said, it's very subjective, because every business is different. So yes, Kim, this is possible. Let me show you a few things. So guys, we were saying, when a client sends an inquiry from a respective distribution channel, let's use Zoopla. From Zoopla, what else can we do? What else can we automate? So let's see if just for the inquiry, right, not confirmed booking, let's see if we can send an email to the owner. Okay, so to create these automations, because they are bespoke, we would have to click on our profile name right here, profile name, and then automations. And now add the custom trigger. Obviously, you don't have to remember everything. If you wish to create this later on, jump in the chat, in the support portal, okay? So add the custom trigger. Now we go viewing created. This is the inquiry. Do you remember? Inquiry, new inquiry. So let's call this test Kim webinar live feedback to owner. You can always come back to these automations and change the title. You can change everything. So conditions from portal is true. Yes, this is what we care about when the inquiry is coming through. Save the trigger. Always select both check boxes. Action name. It could be in general an update to the property manager, to the tenant, saying, thank you for your inquiry. A team member is going to be back to you soon. And the thing is that some clients prefer to use the exact same email. Thank you for your inquiry. A team member will come back to you soon to confirm your viewing, confirm details about the viewing, etc., etc. You can use exactly the same body of the email, but you can send it to the tenant, to the respective property manager, and to the owner. So let's see how this is possible. Then we select send an email in the processes, okay? Send a message, perfect. And now, Kim, let's see if the option, perfect. The option is available here, Kim. So we could select property owner, we could select property managers associated to the unit, we could select prospective viewers, it's the respective person who sent the inquiry through. And I will do, or maybe we have a specific person who is getting the inquiries and they are responsible for these viewings. Totally up to you. You can add as many people as you want, as you can see, right? Subject, let's call it, okay, this is the subject that the tenant will see, right? So it's totally up to you. You can always come back and change this. Thank you for your inquiry. Inquiry. Sorry, my typos. Perfect. The body of the email cannot be blank, otherwise the email is not going to go out. And save. Oh, what did I miss? Action name. Action name. Oh, I thought we filled that in. Send email to tenant and owner about viewing, or maybe it could be about inquiry from Zoom, about not Zoom, Zoopla, anything, okay? About portal, or you can just call them all portals, portal viewing inquiry. Okay. Let me save, and I saw some questions in the Q&A box. Can this Zoom be sent to everyone? Yes, the marketing team is going to send it by the end of the week. But guys, also, when you will get the recording and everything, just a reminder, if you go on our YouTube channel, this is where we upload all of the webinars, and you might be able to find some very, very helpful webinars over there. Let me go on our YouTube channel. YouTube. Arthur Online. Okay, so also this is in the presentation I shared with you, the link, youtube.com, it's Arthur Online TV. Okay, this is where you are able to find all of the webinars. Okay, this is where we upload them. Okay, so yes, how can I? Okay, we answered. Perfect. So Kim, this is one thing you can do, and of course everybody else, this is one thing you can do where the owner can see that, okay, my house is getting inquiries, no matter if they go ahead or not, because, you know, sometimes they wonder about that too, like, is there any action going on? Is everything okay with the listing? So even if the viewing doesn't go through or the tenants eventually don't go with that unit, at least you can have proof for that owner that, you know, we have been getting so many viewing inquiries, but as we told you, the house is not in a good condition. So if you don't do something about it, we won't be able to rent it to someone. So maybe you could consider using the automation I just showed you, where he will be able to see all of the inquiries automatically. And the other thing you can do as well, let me close some of these, and these, and these. The other thing that you could do is, as soon as you actually book an actual viewing with the prospective tenant, you can send another email confirmation to that to the owner as well. Is it something that you would be interested, Kim?
Yeah, I'm quite good with all the automations. I just wanted to make sure that it could be done. So yeah, I'm quite happy to with what you've explained. I've got a few of my own automations that I already put in, you know, bespoke ones for our current properties at the moment, because we do things a little bit differently. So that's why I like Arthur so much. Because
I'm so glad. I'm so glad it
you,
works well for you.
yeah, no, I like to be able to have you know, control over my automations and so on, and what I can do and what I can put off, and you know, what I can add extra. So this is really, for me, it has worked well.
I'm very happy to hear that. Everyone else, are you aware that when we book a viewing, we can send out automations? If you're not aware, we have plenty of time because I was able to cover already everything, most of it. So would you like me to show you a little bit about automations and viewings, or everyone is very confident with that? I'm taking the Q&A box. Perfect. Perfect. So usually this is the automation that we use, right? And just in case you're not, guys, you're not very confident with the automations, the automation that we just created, because Kim asked about it, it can be found right here. So all of your automations, if we click on the name and then automation, I would like you to consider these as folders, right? So we just created one about viewings, right? All you have to do is click on the plus icon. And now I'm trying to find the one that we have just created. I think it might be this one, viewing inquiry. Thank you, email. Okay, so if we wish to edit that, all we have to do is click on edit right here. This is the trigger. And this is the action. Can you see this is the actual email that is going out? I'm taking if we have any hands raised. Okay. So all we have to do is click on edit and change the name of the trigger. Oh, it's not that one. That's another one that we created. I have so many. Maybe this one. Anyways, but it's the same. It's exactly the same concept because they are all about inquiries. So if we wish to edit any of these actions, all we have to do is click on edit right here. Oh yeah, that was another client who asked me to create an automation for them for a specific property. Okay, so this is possible as well. So we can always come here, change the conditions, change them, delete them, save the trigger. We can change the topic. And we can, if we are wondering, guys, if the automation is working or not, we can always click on logs right here. So this is where you can see if the action is running successfully, if it's going out or not. Okay, and obviously we can also find this in the SMS and email history. Okay, so also before I show you where we can do that, how we can do that, this is the action, this is the actual email that is going out. We can again edit it from right here. Okay, we can edit the body of the email and hit save. We can deactivate it by unticking these checkboxes, right? Save the action. So this is a little bit about automations because I know how helpful they are. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, I see no questions. If you have anything, I'm taking the Q&A box very, very often. Let's go back to our agenda. Understanding the portals, we covered that. We all know that they are the distribution channels that Arthur integrates with directly. So if you're working with them and you would like all of the queries to come into one place, you can sync directly with Arthur. How to sync from Arthur to the portals? As we said, first of all, you have to subscribe, or you have to have an account with the respective portals like Zoopla, and then you have to go to the Arthur store and subscribe. You will see the exact price over there. Okay, then while while the sync is happening, you can contact Zoopla, right? So that they can send you the support, Zoopla support team, so that they can send you the little code and you will be able to sync then with the portals. In the meanwhile, you can start filling in the unit information against the unit and add images. As soon as this is done, then you can start adding your units against the portals in your Arthur account. If we wish to unsubscribe, again, simply everything is happening from the Arthur store. We go to the Arthur store, we find the respective channel like Zoopla, and we select unsubscribe. And how to create custom triggers and actions to build a response from for an incoming portal inquiry. We showed that. Let me know if you want me to show it again, as we have plenty of time. The portals webinar doesn't last much, as it's not a big subject. However, it's very important, and some clients are not aware that they can do it. This is why I wanted to do one, because we haven't done one in a long time. So how to create custom triggers? We can create an automation. So as soon as the inquiry comes through, an email, automatic email can go to the tenant, so the prospective tenant can go to the owner, can go to the property manager. Okay, and finally we said that as soon as the inquiries come through, they show on our dashboard. This is where we get them as well. So we will have an email. We will also have them on the dashboard. We've covered everything when it comes to portals, but we have plenty of time for questions. Do you have any questions, guys? Or since we're here, anything else that you would like to ask or cover? Yes, who is that? Natasha. I will open up your mic. Yes, Natasha, how can I help?
Hiya. With the custom portals on the RMV3,
Mm-hmm.
obviously it asks for quite a bit of information. So what would you put in each bit? Obviously for portal name, I'm assuming, for example, my website, I'd put in website. But then it asks for agent reference. So what would you then put in there if it's your own website?
Lovely. Are you trying to connect RMV3 for your own website?
Yeah.
Perfect. So we have information about that on the knowledge base. Let me bring it up for you. Bear with me. Also, guys, apart from the RMV3 tool that you can use to integrate with your website, you can also do it via API. That's another story. It's totally up to you how you want to do this. Bear with me. How to set up your RMV3 feed. Perfect. You would like to know what you should write on the portal name, Natasha?
Yeah, well, yeah, and the agent reference, what would you put in the agent reference? Because obviously we don't give ourselves a code.
Perfect. The portal name can definitely be the name of your website, something that you understand. And now let me check the other field. Mm-hmm. On the article, I have, because obviously the RMV3 can be used for both any other portal that we don't integrate with and your website. It says that you would have to go to the third-party platform and get the agent reference. So I'm wondering, could you please speak with your IT team? And I'm still checking the thingy. And if they are not aware as well of what they should do, please raise a little ticket via the support portal, and I will put you through to our API team. We will figure this out.
Okay, yeah, because I'm an independent agent, so I don't have an IT team. It's literally me. So yeah, so I don't know what I would put in there.
I see. Let me see if I can.
And also the FTP username and password. I'm assuming that's just my website information.
I see. It must be something within the backend of your website, I think. So I'm pretty sure that the API team will be able to guide you a bit better. Or for me personally, guys, ChatGPT and Google are my best teachers. All I do is, type in what I'm looking for. For example, what would the agent reference number be for a website? Where can I find that? Please do a little investigation on either ChatGPT or Google. And if you still need help, simply raise a ticket. We will be able to help you.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure. I'm sorry I couldn't help further. Perfect. Any more questions, guys? Okay. Okay. As mentioned before, at the end of the webinar, you will get the survey. Honest feedback is always appreciated because it makes me better. If you enjoyed it, please say it as well because my manager is going to see it as well. So thank you all for joining. Wishing you a lovely rest of your day and a lovely weekend. It's not coming soon, but it's coming. So have fun and make the most of it. Thank you all for joining. Have a lovely, lovely day. Oh, let's see something. Thank you. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Take care, everybody.